What's going on, YouTube? This is Dev here with you. You guys are probably wondering what's in the booster bundle. Is it 151 packs? Could be. Is it a deck I've built? Could be also. Well, we'll take a look. And while you're at it, be sure to hit that like button, comment what you think it could be, and also be sure to turn on notifications and subscribe to my channel if you'd like. Would love to have you on my channel. This is something I enjoy doing. I do compete as much as I can in the TCG tournaments. So let's get into this. So we got this in a 151 booster bundle, which I do love this. Especially the original deck box designs. I love these compared to what they had when like Twilight Masquerade was out and Surging Sparks. Alright, we'll get into this. Nope, it's a deck. Yes, a deck that I have been working on. And this deck is for sure to do some damage. I have played it on TCG Live. It is absolutely amazing. This is a deck that is sure to do some serious damage. It's the Ethan's Typhlosion deck, and I did add a little twist on it. So we're gonna get into this. So the main Pokemon in this one, we're going to have 4 copies of Ethan's Cyndaquil. For 1 fire energy, it does the attack Ember. But for 30 damage, you have to discard an energy from this Pokemon. Then we have 4 copies of Ethan's Quilava. The ability Bonded by the Journey. So once during your turn, you may search your deck for an Ethan's Adventure card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So that's 4 copies. Next up, we have 4 copies of Ethan's Typhlosion. This is where it gets really spicy. 1 fire damage, Buddy Blast. Does 40 damage, but this attack does 60 more damage for each Ethan's Adventure card in your discard pile. That's a total of 280 damage. So you got 240 damage if you got all 4 cards of Ethan's Adventure in your discard pile, plus the 40. So you can easily knock out, say, a Fezandipiti EX or a Teal Mask Ogerpon with just this Ethan's Typhlosion. Next up, we have a copy of Budew. So no energy, Itchy Pollen for 10. Once during your opponent's next turn, they can't play any item cards from their hand. However, I might change that up a bit after Black Bolt White Flare comes up and use the Jellicent EX. Shaymin, Flower Curtain, prevent all damage done to your bench Pokemon that don't have a rule box. So this will come in handy with using the Ethan's Typhlosion. From attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. Then we got 2 copies of Victini from Surging Sparks. Attacks used by your Evolution Fire Pokemon do 10 more damage. So you got 2 Victinis on the bench, and then you got an Ethan's Typhlosion in the active spot. That's a total of 300 damage. And then we have Fezandipiti EX for draw power. Use and flip the script once during your turn. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's next turn, you may draw 3 cards. You can't use more than 1 flip the script ability each turn. Now comes the very, very fun one of this. We have also included a Beefy Boy. So if we have any prize cards missing and we want to do more damage, yes, there's a Charmander in here. And this is the Charmander from Paldean Fates, but technically it's the one from 151. So we can discard a Stadium Play for 1 Fire Energy, Blazing Destruction. And of course we got Charmeleon, Flare Veil, prevent all effects of attacks done by your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. So the reason why it's meaning that is if a Dragapult does his normal attack and it places a 6 damage counters, it can't do that. And then last but not least, Charizard EX. We have included Charizard EX in here. So you got 1 Charmander, 1 Charmeleon, and 1 Charizard EX. So we got Infernal Rain. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 3 basic Fire Energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. So say if you have another Ethan's Typhlosion on your bench and you need an energy attached to it, put 2 energy cards on Charizard, put the other on Ethan's Typhlosion. So that is a total for Pokemon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You got a total of 20 Pokemon. Next up, we got our trainers. We got 3 copies of Rare Candy. So if we want to get Charizard out on the bench, we can. Never really had to use the Rare Candy on the TCG Live, but these do come in handy. Got a copy of Counter Catcher. So remember, you can only use this card if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent. Switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. Energy Search. I may switch this out for Earthen Vessel, though. We got 4 copies of Buddy Buddy Poffin. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less. Put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. Got 2 copies of Ultra Ball. You can use this card only if you discard 2 other cards from your hand. Search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Got a copy of Night Stretcher. Put a Pokemon or basic energy card from your discard pile into your hand. 4 copies of Arven. Search your deck for an item card and a Pokemon tool card. Reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Ethan's Adventure. This is going to be your power-up for Ethan's Typhlosion. So on Ethan's Adventure, search your deck for up to 3 in any combination of Ethan's Pokemon and basic Fire Energy cards. Reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So again, you discard one of those into your discard pile. That's 60 damage going to Typhlosion. We got a copy of Professor's Research. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards. Another way to get rid of Ethan's Adventure, too. If you have that card remaining and you want some better cards, discard it. That's still another 60 damage for Typhlosion to do. 2 copies of Iono. Each player shuffles their hand, puts it onto the bottom of their deck. If either player put any cards on the bottom of their deck in this way, each player draws a card for each of their remaining prize cards. We got 2 copies of Artazon. Once during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for a basic Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box. Put it onto their bench, then that player shuffles their deck. So, for example, Pokemon EX or Pokemon V they actually have rule boxes, sorry. Gravity Mountain. Each Stage 2 Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent's, gets minus 30 HP. So if you have Dragapult, or actually if your opponent has Dragapult and you have Typhlosion, and you want to get Dragapult knocked out, use this card. Rescue Board. The retreat cost of the Pokemon this card is attached to is one energy less. If that Pokemon's remaining HP is 30 or less, it has no retreat cost. Got 2 copies of Nest Ball. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. Got 1 copy of Boss's Orders. Switch in your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. Maximum Belt. This one will really come in handy, especially if you want to use it and attach it to an Ethan's Typhlosion. Attacks used by the Pokemon this card is attached to do 50 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon EX. Not any Pokemon, it's just the EX Pokemon. Redeemable Ticket. This actually comes in handy. Count your prize cards, shuffle them, put them onto the bottom of your deck. Then take that many cards from the top of your deck and put them face down as your prize cards. So if you think you got, like say your Charizard in on your prize cards, use Redeemable Ticket. So for trainers, in total, we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 trainers. And then for energy, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fire energy. So that right there is my Ethan's Typhlosion deck that I built with a little bit of spice with Charizard added into it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to try this out too, let me know how it goes for you. Thank you for watching.